What is up, guys? Let me tell you a story about the time my truck died in the middle of the road. Now, I drive a 1971 F-250 and I love it, but it is old. I mean, parts are just breaking every other weekend. It is rusty, things are leaking. And I mean, this weekend was no different. It was a Sunday afternoon and my dad and I were working on the truck. We just got it fixed up, fixed a couple leaks, put more fluid in it, tuned up the carburetor, got everything going, and my dad was getting ready to leave back to Nashville. So as a kid, I was excited to go drive this thing. It was finally running. I had my license. I was ready to go. And we took it out. I took it by myself, just windows down, music blaring, maybe speeding a little bit, but hey, don't blame me. It was a joyride. I can have a little bit of fun with it. And so I get to drive, and my dad heads off to Nashville, and I'm thinking nothing of this. I'm just driving down, hit a stoplight. Now, stop, and this is the moment where things get a little dicey, and my truck dies. But here's the thing, I was used to it. My truck's died every other time, I'm getting kind of used to it. I've got to do this little balance thing with the brake pedal and the gas pedal to make sure the engine gets enough gas to make sure it keeps running. So it dies, and I do the normal process, put it in park, turn it off, turn it back on, try and get it to go. It's not going. Do it again, try and get it to go back on. It's not turning over. So I'm starting to get a little worried. Tried a couple more times. I look up, the light's green and it's still not on. But I also see smoke coming out from under the hood. So I'm really panicking at this point. I'm like, I screwed something up. I don't know what I did, but I know I screwed it up. But there was a truck of guys behind me, and they got out, helped me push it over to the shoulder. They were probably just trying to get me out of their way, but it was really helpful, and I'm really thankful for that. But I'm still stuck on the side of the road with a truck that does not run, and my dad's 20-30 minutes down the road. Now, I'm panicking. I'm thinking, I've got to figure this out. I got to fix this. My dad's going to be happy if I can do it myself. He's not going to want to turn around, and he's really going to be frustrated if he realizes I broke something. So I lift the hood and I realize I burnt an electrical component. That's not good. It is just very bad. And so I'm trying to Google, how do I fix this? How do I override this? How do I get the starter to run? And it's not working. And so I finally had to break, and ding, 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 here comes the hero. I call my dad, and he turns around and he comes back to help me fix it. Now, while he's driving back, I am still panicking. I'm like, he's gonna be so frustrated. I broke something. He is going to just chew me out, and he's really gonna be mad that he had to drive back. He's already late. And he gets there, we end up fixing it, and he told me, he's like, I'm glad you called. And that really eased my mind and eased my conscience, because I was feeling guilty in this moment. I had to put aside pride to call my dad, and I was still feeling like I was at fault and I was going to be guilty for causing this incident. But he told me not to worry. He was glad that I called, and that anytime I do need something, to just call and let him know. And that really just gave me the reassurance and the knowledge that he was going to be there, and that I could count on him and rely on him in all these moments. Because sometimes I do let pride get the best of me, and I do try and do things on my own. But in this moment, my dad came through. He was able to get my truck fixed, able to get it home, and I continue to drive it to this day, which I think is a blessing, because, I was in the middle of the road. I could have been hit. I could have had my truck sitting there. I could have got a ticket from a cop for some reason. Who knows? But my dad came through, and he saved my butt once again.